Albert Einstein. Deeply hidden things. Knowledge of what is does not open the door directly to what should be. When Albert Einstein was 5 years old, his father showed him a magnetic compass. Einstein was curious. Why did the compass's needle stay still while his father turned its casing around and around? Einstein was too young to know the answer to the answer back then. Later on, he wrote that the compass had taught him an important lesson, that something deeply hidden was behind things. That curious little boy grew up to become a curious scientist. He spent his life trying to identify that something. In doing so, Albert Einstein forever changed the way people think about the universe. A talented, curious boy. A table, a chair, a bowl of fruit, and a violin. What else does a man need to be happy? Albert Einstein was born on March 14, 1879, in the small town of Ulm, Germany. Einstein's family had a strong influence on his life. His younger sister, Maya, was his closest childhood friend. His mother, Pauline, encouraged Albert to take up the violin when he was 6. His violin would be a constant companion for the rest of his life. Einstein's father and 2 of his uncles introduced Einstein to math and science when he was young. One of his uncles taught him algebra by making it into a game. A family friend brought him several books about science and mathematics. Einstein would read the books for hours at a time. He especially liked the book about geometry. Teaching should be such that what is offered is perceived as a valuable gift and not as a hard duty. In school, Einstein's talent for math and science was clear. However, he questioned the way the school taught him. To young Einstein, the teachers just drilled their students to memorize useless information. Einstein liked to think creatively, not just to memorize. When he was only 17 years old, Einstein was accepted at one of the best scientific universities in Europe. Once again, Einstein's curiosity about how and why things worked led him to do things his own way. He often skipped classes to spend more time on his own ideas. His professors thought that Einstein might have a bright future if he would do as he was told. Imagination is more important than knowledge. The patent office. Einstein had trouble finding a job after finishing school in 19. His independence and curiosity made him unpopular with the teachers who could help him find work. In 1902, he took a job in a patent office in Bern, Switzerland. His job was to make sure that the devices submitted for patents worked the way their inventors said they did. The job in the patent office allowed Einstein to do what he did best: pursue his curiosity and question the ideas of others. On his first day at work, Einstein's boss told him, "When you pick up an application, think that anything the inventor's saying is wrong." The money and work schedule gave Einstein the freedom to pursue his own ideas. In his spare time, he met with a group of friends who shared his curiosity about scientific ideas. They called themselves the Olympia Academy. It was during these years of steady work and strong friendships that Einstein began working on ideas that would change science forever. The miracle year. By 1905, Einstein had worked in the patent office for 3 years. During that time, he developed new scientific theories. He soon felt confident enough in his ideas to share them. Einstein sent papers explaining his ideas to the leading German scientific journal of the time. The journal published the first of these papers in March 1905. Four more soon followed. Einstein's first paper explained what light is and how it acts. The second and third papers proved the existence of tiny parts of matter, called molecules and atoms, part of, and described how they move. The final two papers offered new explanations of the relationships among space, time, and objects in motion. Scientists were astounded by what they read. In 6 months, Einstein changed the way they had thought about the universe for over 200 years. They were amazed that these ideas came from a curious 26-year-old patent clerk instead of a professor of physics. Einstein's career in science began to take off. He received invitations to explain his new ideas at scientific meetings. The 1905 Nobel Prize winner in physics contacted Einstein to congratulate him. Well, a well-known professor of physics named Max Planck even began to teach Einstein's ideas to his students. In time, 1905 came to be known as Einstein's miracle year. A rising star. The most incomprehensible thing about the world is that it is comprehensible. In 1909, Einstein finally received an offer to teach at a university. He took the job but ended up teaching at different schools over the next few years. He was searching for the ideal place for his research. Meanwhile, he continued to develop his earlier ideas in new ways. It was hard work, and Einstein often thought he was on the wrong track. His ideas were so new and unfamiliar that he said they almost drove him crazy. Then in 1915, he had a breakthrough. He finally figured out how to combine his earlier ideas into one system. He called the system the general theory of relativity. Einstein's ideas once again excited scientists around the world. In 1919, British scientists tested his theory by measuring the position of a star during a solar eclipse. If Einstein was correct, the star would appear to be in one position while it was actually in another. The star appeared almost exactly where Einstein said it would be. Newspaper headlines around the world announced the findings. Overnight, Albert Einstein became one of the most famous people in the world. Not everyone was pleased with Einstein. Many scientists had built their careers on ideas that Einstein tossed aside. Others did not want to believe Einstein's theories because they were difficult to test. Einstein knew that his theories were not perfect. Yet, with each new paper, more and more people came to understand the importance of Einstein's work. The uses of fame. Try not to become a man of success but a man of value. As Einstein's fame grew, so did the demand for interviews, photographs, speeches, and writings. Einstein had mixed feelings about all his attention. These demands took up time that he could have spent on other things. He also knew that many people would misunderstand his ideas no matter how carefully he explained them. You cannot simultaneously prevent and prepare for war. At the same time, Einstein knew that fame would help him bring his ideas to more people. The more speeches and interviews he gave, the more people would hear and try to understand the world as he saw it. Einstein also knew that he could use his fame to draw attention to issues he cared about. Outside of science, one of Einstein's most deeply held beliefs was that war should be avoided. In 1914, he was one of only 3 scientists who signed the letter against Germany taking part in World War I. More than 100 scientists had signed the letter of support for the war. He also worked with international groups of working for peace. He wrote often about his anti-war beliefs. When Germany began preparing for war again in the 1930s, Einstein continued to speak out. Coming to America, the most important motive for work in school and in life is pleasure in work, pleasure in its result, and the knowledge of the value of it, the result to the community. Despite the efforts of Einstein and others to promote peace, Germany moved closer to war in the 1930s. Einstein left Germany in 1933. He took a job at Princeton University in the United States. Einstein and his family soon became part of Princeton's close-knit community. When out-of-town visitors wanted to know where he lived, townspeople would ask, "Are you expected?" This question kept strangers from bothering Einstein at home. For the next 22 years, Einstein continued working to expand his ideas into new areas. He believed that he could develop a new theory that would unify his idea with the latest theories. He worked as hard as he ever had, yet he never achieved the sort of breakthroughs had during the miracle year, or with his general theory of relativity. Despite the lack of new breakthroughs, he continued to give speeches, write articles, and meet regularly with fellow scientists. Einstein's influence. Einstein was not an inventor, yet his curiosity led to the creation of many useful products. For example, Einstein's ideas about light led scientists to develop new ways to control light. These developments eventually led to television cameras, remote controls, and flat-screen computers. Einstein was also the first person to think of laser light. Laser light is now used in CDs, DVDs, and supermarket checkout equipment. His proof of the existence of atoms and molecules led to the creation or improvement of a wide range of products. Those products include shaving creams, toothpaste, personal computers, portable phones, and more. Einstein's scientific ideas continued to influence new theories. Current ideas about the origins of the universe, the nature of space, and strange objects called black holes all owe a large debt to Einstein. The important thing is to never stop questioning. A life well lived. Einstein once said, "The most beautiful experience we can have is the mysterious. It is enough to try to understand a little of this mystery every day." Until his death on April 18, 1955, Einstein's curiosity led him to work to understand nature's greatest mysteries. In doing so, he changed the way people think about time, space, energy, and matter, the foundation of the universe.